I keep one of every type of weapon, which I recommend doing, arguably. But, that doesn't mean that I always use them. In fact, I usually only use certain types of weapons. But what are we doing next? We're going back to the tower?
Whatever.
No, I guess we don't need to go back to the tower.
We don't need to. Let's just keep going, I guess. Finish Earth off, and then call that an episode, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds good. But first, I'm going to show off the ability to upgrade your shit. Upgrade your weapons. First off, whenever you run into an uncommon weapon or uncommon equipment or something like that, and you want to get rid of it, well, first, if you want to get rid of anything, you go over to it, hold the X button, and you'll get rid of it. If it's a normal thing, if it's a common thing, you will only get Glimmer. But if it's an uncommon thing, like this chest armor, you will get your unique items, your unique materials. That's where the materials come into play. Like the spin metal, the plasteel plating, and certain other ones, the sapphire wire and the hadronic essence, which are for the hunter and the warlock. They allow you to upgrade the equipment by using them. Now, you can upgrade anything that you get that has an upgrade thing. Like, for example, if you look at the bottom of this description, it shows that you can carry more ammo with the pulse rifle. Right now, that has no effect. I can't do anything with that. However, if I click the Y button, I can upgrade it. You cannot upgrade anything if it does not have if the circle that's surrounding it... No, this one doesn't have one. If the circle that's surrounding it does not have anything on it. Like this. If the circle is not completely green, you cannot upgrade it at all. However, this one has a fully green circle. And also, whenever you are able to upgrade anything, there will be a little plus mark next to the equipment, or next to your abilities, how it was like that. It'll be the same way with your chest armor, with your other armor, with your weapons. If it is able to upgrade, you can upgrade it. That's kind of obvious, though. Press the A button to upgrade it. And also, pay attention to the items or the things that you use in order to upgrade things. Some of these, usually the very first upgrade that you get, requires Glimmer, but some of the later ones require so much of your unique materials, like the plasteel plating or the hadronic essence or the sapphire wire. And later ones will require other things, like the spin metal or certain other things that will pop up later on that I will not explain right now. And eventually you will max out your items, and you'll have a golden box around the item instead of having a little green line going across it. At that point, if you want to upgrade something else, equip it and use it in order to get it to, in order to give it experience, if that makes any sense. Give the equipment experience. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Okay, 34, 22.
I'll be right back.
Alright. I also recommend if you're not going to create another character, another of the exact same type of character, I mean, your armor, you may as well get rid of. If it's weaker than the one that you've got, and you really have no use for it. For example, these common items, these common armor. If you have a common armor that has a lower defense value, you may as well get rid of the other armor, unless you think it looks pretty or something. Whatever creams your Twinkie. But remember that looks aren't everything. Just because it looks nice doesn't always mean that it's going to be better. For example, this helmet looks pretty neat. Come on, show up. Oh wait, yeah, that was dumb. This helmet looks a lot nicer. So you might want to keep that if you want to make your character look pretty. But this helmet has almost double the defense and higher stats. A certain stat that's showing, I'll explain a little bit more of later. It may not look as good, in your opinion, in my opinion, in anyone's opinion, but it is superior. Usually. Maybe. Depends. Depends on the piece. Again, it all depends on the different stats. The intellect boost, the strength boost, the perks that it gives you, and of course the defense.
Alright, I'm back.
And that other variable, the light, which I'll explain later on. Now that Adam is back, I can stop digressing and we can go on to the next area of the
The
game.
whole reason why I left then, because you were digressing.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I kept on talking, was because couldn't really do anything. Oh yeah, another thing. Gonna digress a little bit more. The different...
I'll be back again. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the different levels of the stages, from normal to hard, it increases the difficulty. The enemies are going to be higher level. It will give you, in most cases, it will give you the heroic modifier, which makes the enemies a little bit stronger and a little bit, they come out in greater numbers, so there's many more of them. But the rewards that you get are much higher, and the experience bonus that you get is usually greater. In fact, depending on your level and depending on the level of hard mode, and some of which can go up to the near the max level, you can get a much higher experience boost, which when you're around that point, experience isn't that important. I'll explain that a little bit more later. It's kind of a spoiler. But yeah, let's try and finish off Earth. Hopefully this will be enough to finish off Earth, and then we will call it a
There's
video.
reports a team of Guardians went dark near the old Skywatch. They were running a mission to
I'm
Dead
about ready
Orbit,
to eat
had
some
codes to a
wasabi
hidden array that
ginger
could
potato
reconnect
chips.
us to other colonies in the system. If we can find their ghosts, maybe we can open that array.
Okay, so this is nasty. So they're talking the whole poop article that I'm reading. The shitty article. Shut up, Tish. They're talking about trying to extract the precious metals. So the gold and apparently silver, vanadium, palladium. Like, they're talking about trying to extract said metals from our poop and using them to, like, instead of relying on the metals from Earth, they're going to try to extract the metals from our poop and use it like the vanadium and palladium are apparently used more in like electronic wires and shit.
Yeah.
So they're talking about trying to like extract those metals and put like making shit from shit.
Yeah.
Like literally.
That would be quite literally the greatest form of recycling in the world. That would be pretty neat. I've actually read some of those, some of the things like the, running a bus on nothing but fecal matter. I think that's in
We're heading back through that high
England?
breeding ground.
I want to say.
The Vanguard say they're spilling on.
The only thing that keeps me away from like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, is the like in Clarksville, most of those buses are actually like running off of like frying oils, right?
Yeah.
Vegetable oil. Yeah. When you pass one, it smells like French fries because they're burning vegetable oil. So when they're if they're using like sewage, that means that is going to smell like shit as you pass a bus.
Well,
the
I
buses
don't.
already smell like shit, so.
But I don't think that it's going to be actual like shoving shit into the gas tank or anything like that. I think it's I think that they're just using some of the bacteria that's in it, like purifying the shit. Yeah, purified shit. That makes sense.
So they're removing the bacteria out of the shit.
Yeah, I believe. Maybe using some of the materials that's inside of it. I don't think they're just taking actual shit and throwing it in, like, shit and water and...
They're just taking buckets of shit and dumping it into the the gas tank.
That would be interesting. Oh yeah, another thing I need to explain. So much I need to explain. As you can see, there are a couple of different... while Adam's killing things. There are a couple different ammo things right here. Whenever you run into them, you can pick them up. Now, the ammo that I see will not be the ammo that Adam sees. So, if your friend is running low on ammo, don't tell him, hey, there's ammo over here, because more often than not, there's not going to be. He's not going to see the same
Items
things
are
that
the
you
same way. You don't have to share items.
Yeah. If you run into an item or something, if you run into like the spin metal thing, it's, in my opinion, it's kind of it's good manner. It's good manner to
Even use your flashbang on them.
I keep forgetting about the flashbang. He just teleported away from my flashbang. I forgot that you could do that. There's so many things I'm forgetting. Rocket. Yes, I'm being a rocket noob right now.
Those enemy the enemy that he just killed, it had blue shields, which means he is weak against arc weapons. Bad thing is, we don't have any arc weapons right now, so you can't use his weakness.
Yeah, I was going to explain.
Being as a low level as we are in comparison to him, you just can't take out his shield very easily.
Yeah, I was gonna explain that when we got to around the point where we unlocked our melees, because those are usually around that.
But technically, I mean,
element.
if he had fire shields, I could take him out because of my grenade, because of the incendiary grenade, which counts as solar damage. And when you get the electric,
It's
Just
dead.
picked up a dead ghost.
Keep hunting.
That makes no sense. Dead ghost. Yeah, when I unlock the electric,
Nothing. Find another one.
the electric grenade that I can get, and I use that to the chest over here. When I unlock the electric one, I could use that, and that's the arc grenade that allows me to damage the people with the blue shields. There are red shields, there are blue shields, there are violet shields, well, purple shields.
there's spin metal.
This one still holds the codes. Let's find the array.
Purple shields are weak to
I want to try something before we go. I can't remember. I think he's... Yep, he's question marks. He's question marks. He's question marks.
Yeah, I think he's level 20. Or 18 or somewhere around there.
Lure him out. Lure him out. Let's see if we can push him off.
You're gonna try that. Oh my god!
Ah! Did it work? It worked!
Yeah,
Ah! Eat shit. There's a chest in here, too.
A good reason to do that. Actually, I think they usually
There's a
spawn
ghost
a
in
couple of
here,
chests
too.
in here too.
A ghost in here. I don't know where exactly. I think it's spawned on one of these desks. But, of course, you can't see it, but...
I don't know if I've grabbed this ghost.
People that
I
have
don't
been
remember.
the people that are watching. Yeah, it's like over on one of these desks. I think it may be on this one, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you grabbed that one because that was pretty sure we grabbed that one in the beta.
There might be a ghost over there. If there is, grab it. I really need to show off a fucking ghost. I need to look up where all the ghosts are and just try and find one that I know I've not grabbed yet.
I know where some that you haven't grabbed yet are.
Huh. Oh, no. Not grabbing those. I could show it off, though. Actually, we could...
Give a disclaimer.
I had to put a disclaimer on it. Yeah. Make sure that you do not...
At your own risk.
If you ended up grabbing it. Yeah. Couldn't get pissed off at me then. Oh, and there's usually a chest in here. Yeah, the gray chests will not be guaranteed to spawn in one specific spot. In fact, they will bounce back and forth between different areas. In fact, there's a chest right here. But the golden chests will be in set locations. So the golden chests that we show you, if you go to those spots, you will see those chests unless you've already grabbed one. If you've already grabbed it, and you're getting pissed off because you're not seeing it, then don't blame us.
Oh.
Or if you haven't grabbed it and you're getting pissed off because you're not finding it, then again, don't blame us. I don't know what's wrong.
Take me a while. You just opened it, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought you jumped up here.
Dick.
Actually, that shows up. That allows me to show off. Another thing. After a while, the chest will disappear. It'll despawn. If you've grabbed it and the other person hasn't grabbed it yet, it'll vanish.
Ah! Oh, okay, I got it. I almost didn't.
That's good. That's very good.
I literally got it at the last second.
If
Well, I got a fusion rifle.
if you don't grab the chest before it despawns, fuck, before it disappears, let's say that, then you're shit out of luck.